Hello everyone, happy Sunday. I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you taking your time out to come and watch us do some crafting. And I say us because I know you're crafting in your mind with me. Today I recorded my country floral class. Woo! So I'm in the same shirt as I will be on that video, so you'll see if you participated in that. I'm going to upload that tomorrow and finish up my PDF. And so that'll be coming your way probably Wednesday. And your packages are already out. I noticed some of them said they're scheduled for delivery tomorrow. Oh, no, what is tomorrow? Oh, bingo. Bingo is going out and should be picked up by tomorrow. These are going out, being picked up by the post office tomorrow. So your packages are going out tomorrow. And then, hello everybody. So it's been a busy day. Hi Deborah, hello. Hi Marcia, Debbie, Cheryl, Terry, Debbie, Dana, Carol, and Dawn. How are you? It'll be delivered tomorrow. Yay, Dana. Yeah, I noticed that. I was thinking it was these packages, but no, they're being picked up tomorrow. They're ready to go. They're all done. I have hand warmers in my hand because my hands are really cold. I usually have a floor heater over here, and because it gets really hot in here if the heater's on, so the floor heater is perfect. My husband picked me up one, and so I moved it, and my hands are always freezing. Oh, I moved this for the video. And so he came home from snowboarding and said, "Do you want these hand warmers? They're still warm." And I said, yeah. So I'm just holding them until I'm ready to start my video. Hello, Marcia. How are you? It was good seeing you yesterday. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Norma. Hey, Steph. So today I did that. So that was a crazy day. I got everything packaged, ready to go. And so one class done. Yay. We had a class yesterday that was really fun, and we did the same class. So for those that were local, we did the same class in person. So once everybody gets their kits, I'll show you what the class looked like. And so there goes that. So during my class yesterday, my husband came in and he said, "Are you Marcie Besecker?" And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, "Oh, well then you've been served." And he hands me a jury duty notice. He just checked the mail. And so I have jury duty next week. Yay. So I will keep you posted on my Facebook page if there won't be a video. That's at nighttime, so my plan is this week to have cards ready so that when I come home, I can still do my videos. So hopefully there won't be any change, but I will keep you posted if I'm not doing a video, but I don't see that happening. Hi everybody. Hi Mary. Jacqueline, how are you? Carol, if I missed you, hello, hello. So that's that. So this week I'm working on bingo. So February's bingo is coming up. That will be on the 16th. So please make sure you get registered for that if you are interested. I will be using new items still out of the catalog because we still have some time left. I want to probably pull in a celebration item or two into that because I know that I haven't used everything yet. So I want to make sure I get some of that used. And then of course our February class is the Rain or Shine Suite class. So if you are interested in that, you can purchase the suite from me and the class will be free, but you please still register. So I want to make sure you register. So go to my blog and register there. That is how I know how many kits I need to create. So you can go there and register, and in the notes section, just say I'm going to be purchasing the kit from you. And then of course, when your order comes on, I'll go check and see what you got and mark you paid when I see that. I know this is making a lot of noise. So off they go. My hands are warmer now. But it's a cute, cute class, and we're going to be using a lot of DSP, and I'm also going to show you how to get the most out of the DSP. There's some different size cards that are going to help you get everything out of a lot of the paper that you're like, oh, now what am I going to do with this strip? I got you covered. So that is going to be a really fun class. If you, of course, already have the suite, you don't need, you can just pay for the class. So you don't have to worry about that. Just pay like you would a normal class. So that is there. Let's see, what else did I have? I almost clicked onto the video today that I did, the picture, so I don't want to do that. Okay, I think we're good with that. Paper pumpkin, if you haven't done, I don't even know if I upgraded this graphic. I'm going to look. I did. So the paper pumpkin right now is so cute. On the right side, you can see those little card bases. Those are the paper pumpkin card bases. And then we're going to get a stamp set with it. And then also we're going to have these little flowers and the little frog, and that is an add-on. And the information is right there at the bottom. It's also on my Facebook page. And so if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you are able to purchase the little frog and the little flowers also. So they are just so cute. And dies for the first time as add-ons for Paper Pumpkin. So I think that's going to be a super cute one. And don't forget that if you do subscribe, you can always suspend it if there's one that comes up that you're not interested in. Suspend your subscription, and then the next month it'll become active again. So that way you don't miss the next one. But you can definitely do that if there's one. I know some people are like, oh, I don't have little ones, or I don't have, you know, this or that, or I don't really like this or that, and that's fine. Skip it. And then just that way you'll get the next one. All right, so let's just get busy. I think those are the announcements. Of course, below you'll find my host code, a link to shop. You'll find all the links for the classes and the bingos coming up. So you can do that. And then you can also check on the supplies that are listed below for the card today. So let's just jump in. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me, and thank you so much for the thumbs up. I really, really do appreciate that. So look how cute this card is. I just loved this Best Day stamp set. And I'm going to show you here. I know you know that I've done my scan and cut. And so this goes with it, but I don't like how it scanned out the happy birthday. This one's not bad. This one kind of went down on the A and back up, but this one's okay. So you just got to put your lines in there just right, and I didn't. I did some bunnies. I did a bunch of owls, but I also did this cute little kitty with the cupcake on the scan and cut, and it worked out. I mean, it was just perfect. So there's not dies with this. If I don't have dies, then I try to scan and cut if I can. And so once I did that, all I could think about is this cute little paper. And so I decided to make this belly band card. And then on the inside is where my sentiment is. So it's the best day because it's your birthday. The hearts, does anybody know where the little hearts are from? I bet you can guess. I also traded out the little balloon. I have to cut it down a little bit. So you're going to have to like chop the sides off of the balloon and the top part so you can put the heart on there. But does anybody know where that little heart is from? And look, I put Wink Stella on it. So I added some little Wink Stella here and there, and I'll tell you as we do it later. I'm going to pull my pen out so I don't forget. The other item that I'm going to be using is on here. You can see I added some little embellishments, and they are the opal rounds. So the opal rounds, not the metallic one. So the opal rounds here, I thought they were just kind of glimmery, and they kind of had a iridescent to them, and so I just thought that would be kind of fun to put on there. So I did that. So let's get busy, and I'll show you. It is Betty. It is from the Punch. Can't believe. Renee, I'm not sure what you were saying. Oh, oops. Okay. Deborah, not the Dainty Delight. It is from our Country Bouquet, the punch that punches out the hearts and the leaves. It's this little heart right here. So I just wanted to make it just a little cuter and add that on there and have just a little fun balloon on there. So let's get busy. We'll just put this back on here until, well, we'll just do that. All right, so we have a lot of pieces here, and I'm going to show you exactly how I measured it and cut it and everything. So this right here, the base, is going to be 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, so what you want is you want your 4 1/4 in the middle. So that means you're going to score 2/8 on each side. So let's do that. We're going to bring this in. We're going to score, move your blade because I already did that today. 2 1/8. Score that. And then I just flip it around because I don't want to open up that other end if I don't have to. And so 2 1/8. Okay. So because that is the perfect center, let me just double check something here. Yeah. What I like to do is I'm going to score one in. You want to make sure that your edges are nice and firm, nice and flat there. And then I'm going to take this side and come in, and you just want to make sure that it goes up to that. And it's just slightly under. So I'm just going to curl that up just a bit. And I'm going to score it to where you have your centers touching. Okay, I don't want to have that gap on my card. So I'm just going to do this. I just like to make sure this one looks like it's a little down. So I'm just going to do it a little bit. Okay, so now your card is nice and flush in the middle. There's no overlap. And you don't have a gap there either. The bouquet, the Country Bouquet punch, correct? Hey Melanie, how are you? Oh good, Renee, I'm glad too. Okay, so there we go. There's our fold here. All right, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in, I wanted to pull in some colors that go with this gorgeous paper, and this paper is from the Dandy Delights. And so we have our stripes and we have this. So let me give you a little secret here. When I cut these two pieces, why is there only one? Where's my other piece? Woohoo! 2 pieces. Okay, I think I put it back in the package. Hold on. Well, I think I probably put it back in. Let's see. Well, see, you can tell I've made this card and I cut it down, but I thought I found one that was already cut. Wasn't that funny? Okay, so apparently not, so that's okay. So this is not the right size, and not the right size. So I'll just pull out another piece of paper. Well, I know I cut it, so I'm not sure where it went, but all right, so this length, okay, so these 2 pieces on the front, those are going to be 1 3/4 by 5 1/8. So let's just bring this in. Let's make sure this is 5 1/8 at least, and it is. So let's go ahead and just cut that. And then 1 3/4 right here. Oh. There we go. Hi Jana, how are you? All right. Hi Julie. Hi Nicole. All right, so that's it. We're going to keep the rest. Now, if you notice on the back side, I wanted my belly band to have the stripes like this. I didn't want them going this way. So when you have this left over, it would have been nice had I cut this going the other way. So maybe think about that when you're doing your pieces. Have them go the short way also, because then your strips that you've cut will be that size. So I've already cut my piece here, so let's do that. This is 1 3/4 by 5 1/8, and that's 2 of them. And then you're going to bring in your Coastal Cabana, and you're going to do 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, so there's those two. We're going to layer those up. On the inside of the card, we're doing 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then your white will be 4 by 5 1/4. So we'll do that. Then your inside strip here is 3/4 by 4. Okay, so I always like to do 3/4. And then this was just a little strip that I had once I cut this down. I'm going to add that on there. Your belly band is 1 inch for your DSP. And then your actual white cardstock belly band is 1 1/2. Okay, so let's go ahead and start putting this together. So let's start with the inside, of course. And so you have Pool Party on here and Coastal Cabana, so I thought that would be really fun to do together. All right, so we're gonna do this. We'll put our card together and then we'll do a little bit of coloring. Okay, because this has the little ones on the bottom, I'm gonna put those on the bottom because they're just like little tiny parts of circles, and the top part is a little more full. I'm just gonna put that right at the bottom. Okay, and of course I went a little on the outside because you know how it is when you cut your paper and it's a little too long or a little too short. I just like to make sure that it's going to be long enough. And then we'll just put this on here. I like to go all the way to the edge over here and line this up on the paper. Oops, let's pull it back a little bit. That way I don't have to cut on this side. I just have to cut on this side. All right, so there's that. So that's done. We'll adhere this now on top of your card base. All right, look how pretty that looks. I just love these polka dots. So cute. Thanks for the thumbs up, you guys. All right, we're going to put this on the inside of the card. We'll just move this out of our way and get the card base all ready to go. Of course, you want to use thick white card base for the base. And I actually used the thick also for the belly band because I think it just gives it a little more stability. And because you're moving it on and off all the time. So I also used the thick for that. And I'll show you what we're going to do and how we're going to score that so that it fits just right. All right, again, we have 1 7/8 by 5 1/4 and 1 3/4 by 5/8. So basically what you do is remember that when you scored your card base, it was 2 1/8. And so, you know, think of your measurements, how much space you want around it to create your center. And I like to have a little bit of a white border because this is a nice crisp card with the pretty fun colors, but I think they really pop having the white base on it. Oops. My classes, Debbie, online are recorded. I wanted to try and do it live, but that just wouldn't work because I couldn't answer everybody's questions at the same time. And I want people to be able to go back and look at it and do stuff. I'm sorry, I'm trying to report this. And I'm trying to, oh, Facebook just fixed something that you can report them. And then you can also, it asks you very next question is, you want to hide them too? And so it's kind of nice because it's all the same thing. Anyway, ooh, the 49ers are on. Well, no wonder my son hasn't returned my call yet. He was there at the game last week, Tashana. Anyway, so it's easier to record it. And then that way, having it live, not everybody can make it. And it's just easier to do it that way. I've never done a live class online. If people do that, let me know how they do it. Maybe I can do that in the future. But I just think that would be really difficult to try to answer everyone's questions, and everybody goes at a different pace. And all right, so we're going to just put this, kind of watch where you're going in the middle, top and bottom, you know, center it there. And then when you do this one, I like to do the left one first. I'm right-handed. So now when I'm like this, I can do it. If I was over here, my hand is going to be on top of this one. But this way I can move this and hold this down and kind of figure out where I want it. So I want to make sure that they line up. Yeah, my son went to the game last week and he had a really good time. Who's winning? What's the score, Tashana? I must know. All right, so there's that. And now we're going to stamp. And you know what? I always stamp first, and I forgot. So we're just going to hope for the best. Make it nice and neat. I want it to say it's your best day because it's the best day because it's your birthday. I haven't put all of these together yet. Darn it. I normally stamp first, so hopefully. I want a bigger stamp because I like it larger here that I can. Ooh, San Francisco 19, Cowboys 12. Ooh. Okay, keep me posted. Okay, Coastal Cabana. I bet you that's what my husband's watching. All right, we're gonna Coastal Cabana, flat surface, straight as we can do it. Woohoo! All right. I highly suggest you stamp first before you glue that together, but you know, it's been a long day of videos for me today, so. Oh, only 3 minutes left, Dana. Okay. All right, so I have 2 purple hearts here that I did. Actually, I have a bunch of them, so I'm going to pull out my second one because I pulled out one. I forgot about the one on the inside. And then I'm going to, listed below are all the end colors, or not the end colors, the ink colors. But I want to share with you a little bit about the ink colors when we get there, because some of them are the skin tone ones and they don't have. Oh, I won't delete you, Jana. I won't watch the game. I'll just vote for them. Watching football is like watching paint dry to me. I'm not a football fan. Baseball, I love baseball. My son played since grade school all the way through college. So I'm all about that, but no. All right, so we're going to take our fresh freesia. We have our 2 hearts. So we're going to decorate those before we add those on because I don't want anything dripping all over our projects. Hi Lou, no worries. So this one has the confetti in the stamp set. Isn't that cute? Has a little thing of confetti. So I just decided that I like to start in the middle because I don't want it to get all kind of weird and not be close to each other. So I just kind of start and work my way out. That way everything is kind of shaped just right. And I'm going to go this way. Each of these corners are a little bit of a different shape, so it's kind of nice to get them in here. And just kind of turn everything. And I'm getting a glare right on the top of my block when I'm turning it, but it's all right. All right. Okay, so see how you just start in the middle, work your way out. There's a little spot right there I'm going to add, and I think that's good. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our Wink of Stella. And let's do our hearts. I want to do them here because I don't want to mess them up on my project. If I have more cut out because I did a bunch. So you can add them here. But you know how sometimes your Wink of Stella just, a big old blob just runs out. So I try to do it as best I can, not on the main project, but sometimes you just have to. So there are our 2 hearts. We'll let those dry. All right, we're gonna do our belly band next. So I'm gonna use the white. And this one, all I did is cut a piece of paper, so it's 8.5 by 1.5. And I'm going to score this at 2. So we're going to score it at 2. Move that. And then at 6.5. So you could turn it, but we're going to do it just so we do it this way, 6.5. Okay, so we're going to score, not cut. So push that up and score. And then we're going to cut it. We're going to leave this at 8.5, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do. What we can do, I don't score the DSP. I'll just fold it. So we're going to add the DSP on here. So I'm just going to use glue. And it's a little bit long, so I'm going to start on this side and then glue it down to about right there. Okay, so we're just going to add our glue. You don't want it super thick. It's going to hold just fine. It's DSP. It's not super heavy paper or anything. A little bit up towards the end here. And make sure you have some on the end here. All right, so we're going to turn this around. I'm going to add this on here. All right, and then we're just going to lay it down all the way across and just center that. Okay, now pretty quickly I'm going to go ahead and fold this down and then fold this down. So at this point you can cut this part off. Okay, so you can cut that part. What happened here? Oh, you shouldn't have cut that part. No, that's all right. Well, that's weird. Hold on, hold on. What did I do? That is so strange. Okay. Let me make sure I did it right. 2 and 6.5 and cut it at 8.5. Isn't that weird? Okay, hold on. right. Okay, new piece of paper. Hold on. Hold that thought. I'm going to pull this off if I can. I'm like, that's okay. We're starting it over. Hold on. All right, I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to do it, I don't know why I cut that. So let's go 1.5 for the white. Sorry about that. We'll do this again. So now we're doing it on the longer side. So this is now at 10, a little over 10. So do it on the longer side. And I cut some of the other paper off, so that's okay. And now, okay, so sorry about that. Now this is still 1 inch. I think what happened is I fixed it and I didn't change my measurements. I think I did it this way the first time, but I thought I changed my measurements, so I apologize. Now let's do this again. We're going to score. It's still the same thing. Score at 2. And then open this up and score at 6.5. Okay, so your card is 4 1/4 wide, but this is 4 1/2 wide, and that's okay because I'll show you what I'm gonna do. And this is how I did it the first time and it turned out, but sorry, I did it wrong the last time. All right, so we're gonna turn this over, same thing. We're gonna add this on here, from here to there. See, it's a longer piece of paper now. That makes sense. All right, we're gonna, sorry about that. Can you tell I recorded a video? I think our video for that class was a couple hours long, a little over 2 hours. So I's just a little tired. All right, let's lay this down here. There we go. All right, so now this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna fold this up. Let's just cut these little DSP off there and fold it. And then we're going to fold this one, okay? And you don't need it this long. So it's whatever works for you. You can glue the whole thing up or you can make it shorter. We want to make it shorter because we're going to put our square on the front like this, and we don't want to see this, and you don't want it on the back, right? You want to not see it. So just kind of look it back here, see where you want it. I'm going to cut it right at this green line right here. So we have those nice straight lines to see it. Now this is going to go here. So now take your card. We're going to put it in just to make sure everything's good. It's a little bit big. So what I do is I hold it like this, and then I'm gonna score it right here. So I'm just gonna take this, and you could do it shorter on your trimmer to begin with, but I just, last time I did that, it really messed it up. But see, now I have a line there. What am I doing? Okay, so you don't want to do that. You, instead of scoring at 6.5, boy, I am losing it today, right? You're going to score at, you are going to score at 2 1/4. Oh gosh, and 6.5. 2 1/4 and 6.5. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going with it. So 2 1/4 and 6.5, and now you're going to put your adhesive on. You're going to make sure this is where you want it. We can even cut it down more. I'm telling you, today is just not my day. I'm going to go right here to this line. Okay, perfect. That's what I want. And now I'm just going to score it. I'm going to ignore that ugly line right there. That's okay. And now I'm going to notice that this goes right up to here, so I can put glue up to that point. So take your glue. You don't even have to go that far to that point because this glue is going to hold just fine. It would, Kathy. It just has that gap in it. So I could have used that. I could have done it like this and then put glue on both sides and then put this on here. You're going to have to be really careful. You know, don't put glue here. I just think this is stronger to do it like this, but you definitely could still put that on there. It just has this more likely to get caught. So I was laughing when you guys said there's just 3 minutes of the game left, because I remember, you know, when I do watch football, if my husband's watching it, he'll be like, oh, there's only 15 minutes left. And you're like, oh, okay. And or, you know, there's only 3 minutes left. And you're like, 3 minutes is like 3 hours. Okay, so I want glue between here and here. And I'm okay putting this base down because, and you can put it on the top if you want. Because we're going to use our dimensionals to pop up our little cute cupcake kitty. So let's go ahead and lay that down right about there. All right, I did put quite a bit of glue, so I'm just going to let that sit, and I'm just going to move it aside, and then we'll push it down in a little bit. Okay, so we'll just set this one aside. All right, now let's get our kitty and do some coloring. All right. So let's move our little hearts over there. Now, here's our kitty that I colored before. And here are the colors that I used. So I have a whole little bucket of them here. They are listed below, but I want to tell you, the ones that are not listed below are the skin tone colors. So I put my numbers on the bottom, so I have 300, 500, the 900, and 1,000. So when you look at them, it says SU 1000. So this is how I do it. 45 seconds less, and Dallas has the ball. Ooh. Isn't it cute, Gianna? I just love him. He's so cute. He's such a fat little cat. It kind of looks like my kitty. Okay, so the first thing I did is I brought in the light Granny Apple Green, and I did my kitty's eyes, because my kitty has green eyes. So I did the green. You can't ever see them because she's crazy, but they are green when she lets us look at them. Okay, and then we're going to do our light, I'm going to do the light Fresh Freesia. And I'm just going to put a little bit on here. And I did a little bit over here. And I did a little bit. So I did kind of the right side except the poof ball, because I'm going to come back in with the dark. And I'm just going to kind of flick it there a little bit. Oops. And this side. And then I'm going to go back in with the light and just kind of blend them a little bit. Okay, so you have a little bit of a blend there. And now the same thing with the polka dots. We're going to go in with the dark. And I did the left side. I just kind of, not the whole thing, but just kind of the left side of the polka dots. I just kind of went in with the dark a little. Oh, you know what? I'm going to, there we go. So I just did the left sides of everything with the darker purple. And all it does is add a little bit of interest. Don't forget this little polka dot up there. Okay, I think that's all of them. And now I'm going to come in back in with the light. 10 seconds left. Oof, nerve-wracking. All right, so I'm just going to kind of color that in. And this looks like it's a super kind of a more neon, like a purple, but it kind of calms down after you blend them and put it on. And then we're going to use the Wink Estella, which is alcohol, so that'll blend it down a little bit. All right, so we're going to do that. And that is all for our purple. Okay, now let's do our dark Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to do this on, oh, I don't want that end. I like the bullet tip when I'm doing such a tiny spot. So I'm going to do the dark Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to do the dark in the center of the bow tie and just the two little stripes there. And then come in with your Pool Party, because I just kind of did Coastal to give it that darker kind of color. And I'm going to come in just a little bit on the hat and kind of blend it a little, but I'm not going to on the tie because the tie is so tiny. But I am going to come back in with the light Pool Party and then just kind of blend it all and finish it up with the lighter. Can you see how it kind of goes dark to light right there? It just adds a little bit. And then again, I'm starting from the outside and pushing inward because it's such a tiny spot and I don't want to go outside of that. Okay. All right, so there's that. The next thing is on 1000 is that's my pink color for, excuse me, for noses, for ears. And I do this also on humans. I do the little pink, you know, if you're doing cheeks or something, it's this color is what I use. The skin tones, if you don't have them, they're very, very nice to have. I use all of them in different, because I used to use just the bronze, but we only have one bronze, and boy, did I go through those a lot. So now I'm going to skip to the dark, and I'm going to go to the 300. The lower numbers are darker, the lighter numbers are higher. So I'm going to go with the dark one, which this one is 300. And I'm going to just kind of go in on the little hairs everywhere. I'm going to do the whiskers. And I'm going to do all the little hash marks, including the eyebrows. I did not do the mouth. I don't want it too dark right there. I don't want it to look like he has a mustache. So just kind of go in and go on the little hash marks there. That's what they're there for. And then I did just a little under the arm for shadow, and here too. Okay, so just kind of do that. I also kind of went just around the cupcake wrapper, because we can blend that with the lighter colors, but it just gives a little shadow. I call him a fluffy kitty. All right, so I'm just going to add that. And I think we're going to do just a tad under the bow tie. Just a little bit. 6 seconds, 12:19 still. Oh, 49ers win. Yay! Thank you, guys. That's pretty exciting. Yay, yay. All right, so then you're going to just kind of blend in those darker colors. So now you can kind of just blend them in, and you can blend them in pretty big because we're going to come in with the lighter color. But that lighter color is also going to blend with the bigger color. So I just kind of go down towards the nose. I did the tie part already. I'm going to come down to the sides. Let's do the whiskers. Just kind of blend them out a little bit. So everything just kind of blended out a little bit. It doesn't have to be super smooth or straight. Same with the tail. I'm going to do the darker tip. And you see how I'm just kind of going over it. And then we're going to do the cupcake too. And I'm going to do that in kind of a circle, but down in the tips you want to kind of brush upward. So kind of under the arm. You want to blend that, so, but you don't want to go into the cupcake, so be careful. So when you first start, you know, doing this, like when I first started coloring, and obviously I just kind of do my own thing, but then I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks awful. And you just keep going and it'll work out. Tashana, my mom's team was the Cowboys. She liked the Cowboys. So I get it. I just like who my son likes, and now my husband. I'm not a big football player, but fan, but 49ers is our state, in our state. So, all right, so now we're going to go to, okay, that was the lighter one. Now we're going to go to 900, which is pretty light. And I'm just going to add a little bit because we're going to go back to the 300, the darker one. But I want to kind of get this in and blend it a little bit. Okay, and be careful. You don't want to blend over your, but I want to add this color in here to just give it a little bit of a lighter. My kitty has a white tummy, and so a lot of cats have lighter colors on underneath. So I'm kind of doing the lighter color in here. Go around the eyes, around the face, and just add that lighter color. And even though you're going to another color and you're gonna, you know, darken it up a little bit, you're still gonna have this tone underneath. So we're gonna come back into, again, so this one was 900. We're coming back to 300. And we're just gonna kind of fill in, but you're gonna see, well, hopefully you can see on screen, that lighter color in the middle there. And we're going to come back with it anyway, so you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so just kind of color that in. I'm getting all quiet because I'm concentrating around this teeny tiny face. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, so there's the tail. And now, I like to sometimes come back in with the dark because I want that dark to be a definition here. But now you don't have to do everything because it's already kind of, like I'm not going to do this down here anymore. I just want the cat lines to definitely be a darker kitty. Okay, and then come back in with the light. I'm going to use the point this time, and I'm just going to kind of blend the lines a little bit. Okay, so you can see where the tummy on the kitty is a little lighter. All right, so there you go. So I lightened this one up just a little bit more, but it's, you know, whatever you want. Oh, thanks, Renee. I've had a crazy video day today for sure. I'm going to go ahead and color this, even though you don't see it underneath the heart, just in case for whatever reason, because we're going to cut that down anyway. So I just do it. Now we're going to go back to our Pool Party and Coastal Cabana, and, or excuse me, this is Bermuda Bay, not Coastal. This is Bermuda Bay. So we're going to go back here because we don't have Coastal in blends. So I'm going to take the dark, and I'm just going to go right along the top. Okay, so we're going to go right along the top, around the circle, and you're going to do the lines, but just a little bit. Well, I'm glad the 49ers won. All right, there's that line. Sorry, Cowboy fans. I think anybody that makes it there is amazing. I did see the ham one. I saw that. That was crazy. All right. So we did our lines. We're going to do a little bit on the bottom just to add some color there. And it doesn't have to be straight. In fact, if you jag it a little bit, it just blends a little easier. And I'm going to do just the side and then this side a little bit. All right, now we're going to take our dark Pull Party. Again, the bullet tip. And I'm just going to blend it. And I'm going to go down the lines, blending those a little bit. And you see, by doing this, you're kind of filling it in a little bit more. I'm going to go around the circles. Okay, go around the circles. Now this is the second to the darkest. So you want to go around to just kind of make them stand out. And go down the lines. Nothing neat, just kind of fill it in a little bit. You're filling the space in. Sometimes my husband records the games, and so he'll probably be like, oh, let's watch the game, I recorded it. I'm like, I already know. I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to make this a little darker, and then we'll go back in a little lighter in a minute. Now you're going to take your light, and we're just about done. And now you're going to blend it all. Just kind of blend it all in. It just adds a whole bunch of dimension and character. And you know how sometimes with your cupcakes, they're darker and lighter from the oil or the design that's on your little cupcake papers. So we just want to kind of color all that in. I can't believe I forgot to change the measurements to that band, but you guys get the idea. You could just wrap it around if you wanted. You don't have to pre-cut. All right, so there is our little kitty. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our Wink of Stella. And what I did is I do the little puff at the top. I did the eyes. I did the little bow tie. Okay, and then I kind of just tap off. I want to make sure that this isn't going to just leak on me. You do not squeeze your pen at all. We're going to just color our little fluffy kitty and the polka dots. I do it quickly because I just don't want that glop to come out. Okay, I'm not going to color the balloon because we are going to put our piece over it. All right, so here is this. Let's pop our little guy up. Hi Deborah, how are you? All right, and then I'm going to bring in the little ones. I'm going to put a little dimension right on the hat. I'm going to put one here on that, and I'm going to go ahead and add one to the top of his head right here. Just because I have them everywhere, I don't want it to kind of sink right there. So let's add them on. Oh, you know what? I am going to bring in my silicone mat because I took that one off already, but we need to put our heart on. So let's put our heart. When you put it up here, you're going to see that see how the balloon either sticks out the top, or if you push this up, it comes out the side. So just take your scissors and just cut this, and let's try that. Because you can bring it down. You don't have to show that little tie right there, but you want to make sure your balloon is down enough. So what I did is I just added some glue. All right, we're just going to add that right there. So just turn it so it's there, and now that's glued on. You got to be careful because we already took that one off. And so let's just take these off. Oh, that's nice, Carol. It is so cute, Deshauna. It is a perfect birthday set. Like this little, oh, I almost flung it off the thing. This with the cake is really, really nice. You don't even have to cut it if you don't want to. You could just put it on and then you could pop up other items on there, which is fun. So we're gonna bring this all the way to the bottom so that your dimensional, of course, sticks onto your, you need that on your panel there, okay? But look how cute he is, how he just shines. See all that little sparkle? And his little eyes. So cute. And I did the green. I didn't do the black in the middle except whatever kind of ran on that, but that's okay. And then we're going to take our other little purple heart right here. And we're going to add a little bit of glue. And I just added that right here. Just kind of tie it in with the front. Pull out the Fresh Freezer color. And I thought the front was just so cute without a sentiment. I mean, obviously it's a cupcake, so we know that I'm afraid that my balloon's gonna fall off or my heart's gonna move. So put this on. Of course, this is the one I scored a little lower, tighter. I probably did it a little too tight. Of course. There we go. All right, there we go. It lays nice and flat. That's what counts. And so I thought that was really cute. And then what we did is I took the little opal rounds and I did just the medium. And I did one here, because I wanted it up on there. Do I have any more small ones? Oh, I don't think I have any more small ones in here. Oh yeah, maybe right here. Well, they're medium. I guess I'm out of small ones, but that's okay. We can do the medium ones. And then I added one over here. So now it just adds that cute little element there. And you can push that up. Have it in the middle or on the top or whatever you want. You can tell I did it just a little too tight, so it's all right. But there you go. So what I would do, now I normally try not to do measurements on things like this. Honestly, I usually take a piece like this and I put it like this and I put this here. So let's say that this is the belly band, and then I turn it and then I turn it and then I just push it back a little bit, and then that's where my belly band is, and then I just cut this off. So I don't really do all the measuring and everything. I just kind of do it. But this one, because I tried to give you measurements, that's where I got all goofed up. But anyway, there you go. That is the card. Here's the other one when you do the belly band correctly and it's not so tight. And you put that on, and there you go. Cute little card. So fun. And I think that little cake would be just as fun to create and do something fun. Even adding the little happy birthday cake on the inside, even if you put it to the side, and you can still write on the other side, would be really cute. Let's see, what is the design on your fingernail? Oh, so when I did them, it's a little letter, like a little love letter. It's funny because when I did it, now I think it's like a dimensional stuck to my finger. I got it on both of them, but now I think it's a little dimensional. My nail girl's gone until like the second week in February, so we're kind of stuck with it, but that's okay. So this is the fun card that I decided for the day, and of course the inside, if you missed it, there you go. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me today. It's been a long day for me, and I am going to be back in here tomorrow because I got to work on bingo. So don't forget, bingo is going to be the 16th It is a Thursday because that is Valentine's Day week. And uh, it's $35, of course, same as usual. 4 projects, 4 bingo games, 4 $100 prizes. I still have 2 people from January's bingo that need to give me their list, so don't forget. And I can get those orders for you. I'd like to put them in January so I can keep all my records straight and everything. And then, of course, my February class is Rain and Shine. This is all the information is available on my blog. The links are all below, so you can go check them out. And I hope to see you in one of those, bingo or the class. So thanks so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your week. I will see you on Wednesday. Have a great week, everybody. Bye. Yay, Niners.